In today's video, I want to answer a very common question that appears under my videos. Can you actually grow on Pinterest without using AI? The truth is that not everyone likes AI images, and some people don't even want to use AI to write articles, and they prefer more traditional human-first approach. So is it actually possible to grow without AI in 2025? Almost 2026? The answer is yes, but it's a bit more complicated, so I'm going to break it down in this video. I'll tell you what works, what doesn't work, what to expect, and what I recommend based on real data and real results. But of course, I want to invite you to my private community called Pin Lions. As of today, we have more than 150 members and everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is growing on Pinterest. Some people are in the food niche, some people are in the home decor niche. Everyone is doing the same thing, but we are all supporting each other. So if you want to join the team, if you want to become a part of Pin Lions, join the community today. The link is in the description. You can get access to a lot of cool resources, a lot of plugins, extensions, prompts, templates, workflows. Honestly, there is a lot of stuff inside. So if you want to join, you know what to do. Okay, so let's be honest, you can grow without AI and you can write every article manually, you can design every pin manually, and you can do everything the old school way. And people have done it for years and it still works. That's the truth. But here's the reality. AI changes the speed of the entire game. And Pinterest quite often is a volume platform. So the more quality pins you publish, the more chances you have to get impressions, saves, and clicks. And if your competitors are using AI to create 5 times more content in the same amount of time, well, then you are fighting an uphill battle. And yes, you can still win, and there are people who are doing it that way, but you will be working harder, you'll be working longer, and you will grow slower most of the time. So you can do it, but you have to go in knowing it will require more time, more discipline, and a lot more patience. If you don't want to use AI for visuals, Canva plus your own images is a pretty good approach, and in fact this can help you stand out because your content will look different, more authentic, and more personal compared to all of these AI generated pins. You might publish original content, high quality work, and you can still get outperformed by an AI site that posts like 30 or 40 pins per day with half the effort. So your work might be better, but their output is actually bigger. So if you choose the non-AI way, you need to be mentally strong enough to not compare yourself to AI accounts. If comparison breaks your motivation, well, it's going to be very frustrating for you. However, doing things manually has its own advantages, and this is the truth, because you are more likely to get approved by premium ad networks like Mediavine or Raptive. These ad networks do not like AI food blogs. So for example, if you would create a food blog, which is a real food blog with your own pictures, your own photos, recipes, and stuff like that, well, you would have a lot more chance to actually get accepted. And if you get accepted, the RPMs are bigger, so you can make more money and you can basically build a stronger personal brand. Because to be honest, if you are creating an AI site like most of my viewers and me, it's not like a real brand. These are just niche sites that we monetize, but it's not a real brand. And you could create more trust with your audience, and your content will probably won't get blocked, flagged, or labeled as AI. So, although the growth might be slower without AI, the long-term monetization can actually be better if you stay human first, and that's your choice. But I was thinking about it, and I actually think that there is a way to actually do it right, because there is some middle ground. You can use AI as a support tool and not as a full replacement. So instead of focusing on creating a complete AI site with hundreds of AI articles, you can actually write articles yourself, but you can use AI to help with research, with outlines, or editing. You can use your own photos, but you can just use AI to generate pin titles and descriptions or text overlays for pins. So basically you can use AI for brainstorming and not for production. And this still saves time. It can prevent burnout and it can allow you to scale without becoming a full AI factory like a lot of my viewers and me. So you keep creativity, but you gain efficiency. So, even if you hate AI, don't completely avoid using AI, because honestly, it can help you speed up the whole process. Another thing that you need to accept is that the labeling system on Pinterest is not accurate. It's definitely not perfect. And sometimes actual real images get flagged as AI generated, and AI pins do not get labels at all. So don't obsess over labels. Don't let it kill your motivation, because the system is simply imperfect, and sometimes you will get labeled even when you did nothing wrong. So the worst thing that you can do is to take it personally and actually stop posting. And what's interesting, if you are actually posting real images like your own photos and stuff like that, and if you notice that your images actually get AI labels, you can reach out to support and you can just report that your real image was labeled as AI, and most of the time they will remove the label. The problem is that the blogging, like the entire blogging industry and Pinterest landscape, has changed forever. Like, it's never gonna be the same, and some people just have to accept it, because the old manual only method still works, but it's slower, it's more time consuming and more mentally demanding. So AI simply lowers the barrier to entry, and it makes content creation faster. And if you burn out easily, then AI is the safer path. And at the same time, if you decide to go 100% manual, you can still win, because some people are winning that way, but it will require discipline, consistency, and emotional resilience. Most people quit not because Pinterest doesn't work, but because they run out of energy. And I feel like people who are doing it the old school way are the old school bloggers who started like 5 or 10 years ago. But now everyone who's starting on Pinterest is using AI because it's simply faster and easier. So the main takeaway I want you to get from this video is that you can definitely grow on Pinterest without using heavily AI, but unless you have the time, patience, and mental toughness to do everything manually, I would at least use AI as a support tool. And of course, if you want to get access to my strategies, prompts, templates, workflows, and custom tools that I created for myself and for members of the community, join the Pin Lions. The link is in the description. That's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this quick video was helpful, and if it was, consider subscribing to this channel. See you next time.